quick note, I didn't have the time to download any pictures for either of these stories, so for this you guys are just gonna have to, watch a loop of me driving down the freeway. So sorry about that. I'll try better next time. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Brenna Victoria, and today we are going to be talking about the doorway to hell. Now, if you're wondering where the doorway to hell is, we are going to be going to Ireland. This place is called St. Patrick's Purgatory. Did you know that pilgrims go there to pray at dawn and fast for 3 days at the holy site of St. Patrick's Purgatory on Station Island in County Donegal, Ireland? And what is also forbidden is shoes. No one is allowed to wear shoes on the island. Since the Middle Ages, Catholic pilgrims have traveled to Station Island in the middle of Lough Derg in County Donegal, Ireland. There they spend those 3 days fasting and praying at the site where, according to legend, Christ showed St. Patrick a cave leading straight to Purgatory. The opening is supposedly now covered by a monastery, so if the dead ever decided to walk the earth, they probably won't start here. But the island is the only one of many places where a gateway to the underworld supposedly exists. Now, in 2013, archaeologists unearthed Pluto's gate, which the people of the Phrygian city of Hermopolis, which is now present-day southwest Turkey, believed to be an entrance to the netherworld. This space is full of a vapor so misty and dense that one can scarcely see the ground, wrote one Greek geographer. Any animal that passes inside meets instant death. Also, in the early 1970s, the Dweezy crater, a fiery desert sinkhole, opened in Turkmenistan. Although it's locally known as the door to hell, its hellish aspect has more to do with natural gas deposits than demons. It was created when the ground gave way under a Soviet drilling rig. There's other entrances like in Iceland on Mount Hekla volcano, Heska Castle north of Prague, the Bloody Hell Pond in Beppu City, Japan, and Lake Avernus near Naples, Italy, which the Romans considered the entrance to Hades. This one is referred to as such in Virgil's Aeneid. Now, some otherworldly openings are a lot closer to home. There are supposedly 7 gates to hell in the woods of York County, Pennsylvania, for instance. And it is said that anyone who passes through all of them, well, they end up going to hell anyways. Locals insist no one ever made it past 5 gates. In the tiny cemetery of Stall, Kansas, lore has it that there are steps that are hidden that descend to the gates of hell. And voodoo traditions holds that 7 portals to hell exist throughout New Orleans. Now, did you know that in the United States there's only 3 hells that exist in name only? That's Hell, California, Hell, Michigan, Hell, Grand Cayman, which is, in the Cayman Islands. But if you find yourself in Hell, Norway, relax. There, the word simply means luck. Now, it's crazy to think that there's all these doorways to, purgatory or to hell, but has it ever crossed your mind what purgatory is like? I mean, we know from the Bibles and, from, overly dramatic films of Hollywood, it shows what purgatory can be like, but since we're talking about real life, has it ever made you wonder what your purgatory would be? Like something that you would deeply regret for the rest of your life? It's scary to think that that could be, actually real. But to go 3 days without food. Ugh. Now, I'm a big bone girl, and I don't think I could live with that. Okay. I may go ahead and just add another story if you guys want. That way, this could be a longer video. So, let's get to it. Now, this next story, we are going to the Czech Republic, to Phantasmal, Prague. Now, this, the part of the story is wrote by Gustav Meyrink of early 20th century Prague, and it's out of his novel, The Golem. He wrote, "I felt as if the houses were staring down at me with malicious expressions full of nameless spites. The doors were black, gaping mouths in which the tongues had rotted away." Now, if you look at it, that's got to be scary. Really scary. In some sort of biblical theory, Frankenstein's monster, the golem, is a mythical creature referred to in the Bible and the Talmud and supposedly fashioned from clay by wise men. One of its creators, was Jedediah, Rabbi Jedediah Lo ben Basil, during the reign of Rudolph II in the late 16th century. The rabbi's aim was to protect Prague's Jewish quarter from pogroms and anti-Semitism. Given the events of subsequent centuries, he wasn't entirely successful, which is why him and a group of his fellow rabbis decided to create this golem. It is said that the golem cannot attack the enemy without, orders written on a piece of paper and put into its mouth. Since it was the rabbi's idea to make this golem, he would be owner. But they would also make sure that the golem itself would, listen to other creators that had helped build it, create it, bring it alive. It is said that to this day, the golem is never seen on the streets of this Bohemian city. However, there have been plenty of citizens saying that they've heard the golem's cries, the grunts, the yelling to make sure that its enemies stay away from this beautiful city. And there's also plenty of legends of other supernatural beings. If Prague isn't the most haunted metropolis in Europe, it certainly offers one of the widest varieties of otherworldly entities. Here, you will find not just the ghost of the headless Templar and a benevolent spirit in the convent of St. Agnes, but reignited pagan fires on Perchin Hill, a goblin that lives under Charles Bridge, and a skeleton that begs drunks for money. Okay, now all of those I would love to hear the story behind. I need to find those legends. But anyways, Prague may be one of the few cities with a monument to a ghost. There is a statue of a man named Czechheim Burka, which stands in the Planishka Street in the city's old town. His story goes like this. Now, when returning from war, Burka believed a false rumor that his fiancée had been unfaithful to him. Furious, he ended up marrying another woman. Only when his fiancée found out, she drowned herself. And once Burka realized that the rumor was not true, he was so distraught that he killed his wife, then he hung himself. Now his spirit wanders around once every 100 years, where he found the body of his true love. And it says that if he can find a virgin and talk to her for an hour, he will end his ghostly servitude. Sadly, he seems to have missed his chance in 2009, but he's keeping his spectral fingers crossed for 2019. So that means 2 years ago, this man could have met, a virgin and talked to her for an hour. But it's quite sad that he chose to believe a rumor that was just disgusting. I'm sure the love of his life was heartbroken that he would believe such a rumor. But for him to then turn around and kill the woman he married out of revenge, and then kill himself, when all he could have done was, quietly divorce the woman and lived out his life in guilt and shame, within the hills of the city. But I hope you guys enjoyed this story. My name is Brenna Victoria. You can follow me on Instagram at Brenna Victoria 2020. I hope you guys are staying safe. Stay warm. I hope you guys enjoy your, pumpkin spice lattes, whatever it is. And I'll be back soon with the new video. Have a good night, everyone.